What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another video for Dragon Ball Legends. We've had a fairly significant update to the game, and I did want to keep everything up to date. I know it's been a little bit since I put out a video. I am going today to be doing 2 of the 6 brand new Challenge Rush stages for you guys. So we'll have a guide through perfect completions with all the challenges done on those, and as well we're going to quickly go over some of the new updates, well, all the new updates to the game itself. So most importantly, they added this new Nappa event that's going on, so we will be checking that out first really quickly, just so you guys can understand what's going on and get through it. Now, it has a very Dokkan or Budokai-esque like stage selection here, but this is essentially like a Legends Road type event with just like additional story behind it. It's actually running parallel to the main story in the game, where Shallot is hanging out with Android 17 and 18 and Kaba. So that's kind of what's going on in the story here. I'm not going to ruin it for you because it's mildly entertaining, but it basically starts off with Nappa getting hit by a car and then the kind of shenanigans that ensue from there. So most importantly, you're going to want to clear all the stages that are available so far. You'll notice lots of them that are time gated for very early in November. But when you get down here to these 2 Android 18 portraits, that's stage 6-1 and 6-2. Now, these are the ones that you're going to want to farm. I primarily only did 6-2, but these are the ones you're going to want to farm for the Nappa Super Souls. And the reason I say Super Souls is because by the time you farmed enough of the Super Souls to 598% fully unlock Nappa, you will have enough of the Rising Souls as well to clear him out also. So you're really only going for the Super Souls here, and the Rising Souls, they just kind of come. The drop rate for them is kind of mediocre. It took me about 300 energy and skip tickets to get him to 598%. So checking out the character himself really quickly. This is what we're looking at here. Very easy to get, you guys. And again, you're just going to have to farm the car parts to trade them to get him up to, I believe, 4 stars, I think. 3 or 4 stars is the cap for now. His stats, I have him at 1 star, level 3000, 598%. Stats are not the greatest, you guys. However, he gets almost all of his value from these supporting abilities right here. Now, I don't think that we've actually gone over them yet, but main ability here, inflicts all enemies with a tribute downgrade, -1 arts card draw speed for 20 counts, the -100% to key recovery as well for 20 counts. That's pretty good right there. He's got an amazing Z ability for your Saiyan teams, very much similar to the Super Saiyan 3 Purple Goku. When you get him up to 5 stars and beyond, he'll buff the Saiyan Strike Attack and Strike Defense. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is Strike Attack and Blast Defense. So it's great to stack, honestly, both of them on the bench, because they'll be great double stat buffers for your strike-based Saiyan teams. However, down here, he'll get some additional value while he's on the battlefield. This effect will occur whenever the enemy switches characters. They'll get 30% to their damage received. They'll get a tribute downgrade -50% to health restoration, both for 15 counts. And the Prince's right-hand man, when you switch Nappa to standby off the field, restores his own ki by 30, and 30% to damage inflicted to allies for 15 timer counts, 15% to damage inflicted by Vegeta or kids for 15 timer counts. So really good supportive qualities right there. He's got a heal and a damage reduction on his green card, and his blue card restores Vanish Meter. So again, even though his stats on paper aren't super great, he tags again very well with Saiyans, with Vegeta, with kids, and he is a movies unit as well, since he's technically coming from the Broly movie as well. That puts him on Frieza Force. So plenty of different teams and options for him to run on, but mostly Saiyans are going to be what you're going to want to stick him with. So again, it's a very interesting unit, Nappa with hair. I think there's just some like low-key love for Nappa, and the developers are picking up on that and spreading it out. So again, 6-1, 6-2 in the event to farm the Super Souls, and you can get the car parts and stuff all along like this middle line. I know you can't really see me pointing at it, but this line that extends down the middle here, I'm trying to like click on the screen so you can see little splashes. But this stage was Zaha, this blue 18 stage right there. Those ones are the ones where you'll get the various car parts. You can see the screws, there's like nuts and computer chips also. So that's the stuff you need to farm. So there is an exchange shop for this event as well. Very similar again to Legends Road stuff, where you can pick up some extra supplies and stuff like that. And that's about all there is there, you guys. Next up, we are going to talk about the elephant in the room, which is something cool yet super lame that they've added to the game. Right here in the shop, these multi-Z powers, $24.99 for only 100 Z power, $40.99 for 500 Z power, and it won't work for event exclusive units. I'm assuming like Fury Broly and the Red Vegeta as well. It won't work for Shallot. It won't work on Legends Limited characters. Dude, it's expensive, man. And this color green right here indicates that these are the Saiyan ones. I do have a picture somewhere. If I go to Twitter, so let's bring this over here real quick onto the screen. You will see over in this area right here, we click on this. We have this picture here of the other sizes and other colors of the Z-Power canisters. And if you especially look right here in the middle kind of area, you see the big canisters. We haven't even seen anything about that in the game so far. So I wonder what the cost of those is going to be. Those are going to be like $80 to $100 for those, and you're going to get like 1,000 Z-Power. We honestly have no idea, you guys. This is clearly a new concept that they're testing, and it very well might end up in the game after some time as an event reward. But right now it's brand new. I do not expect them to be just giving them away yet, but again, in the future, once the game is more established and things are further in development down the road, I would expect us to see these things again, like as a free-to-play, or at least something you grind out currency and they're in like an exchange shop or something like that, kind of like the diamond coins or something like that. But for right now, they have a really arbitrarily high value associated with them for the limitations that they've placed on them, like saying exclusive, no Legends Limited, none of this other stuff, blah, 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 no Shallot, no event characters. It's really kind of unfortunate. I was hoping that they would not be something that you would only be able to purchase with real money. That is kind of disappointing, you guys. Alright, anyway, the only thing left that we really have to talk about now is the Challenge Rush stages. So they've added Challenge Rush 4 officially. We can hop in here, and we're going to start at the very bottom, you guys, because I have only a limited amount of team slots and I want to record this. So we're going to do these ones, then I'll proceed with the next two, and we'll probably throw that in a different video because these things do soak up a little bit of time, and we're already 10 minutes into the video. However, I feel like we can get through these fairly quickly, you guys. So I have some prefabricated teams here. We can check them out really quickly. Of course, there are plenty of different boost units you can use, you guys. However, there is a challenge for this stage specifically that says we've used 3 ranged characters. So that knocks out the chances of us using characters like Vegeta or Cooler or anything like that. So I have built a very specific team that focuses around that ranged element. Hopefully you guys can replicate it as well. Otherwise, you may have to do the challenge in 2 steps. Like do it with, you know, the blue characters to beat it in the time limit, and then do it with the blue characters or maybe another character that's just ranged so you can get the full cycle of ranged characters in there. But we've got Gogeta, Android 13, and Krillin, all blue, all ranged characters with a heavy blue buffing bench. And that's about all there is to it, you guys. That's kind of what you want to aim for there. 2 boost characters and then 1/3 non-boost character, just so that we can get these challenges done both in the same run. So let's see if we can knock it out, you guys, and hopefully I can make it a little easier on you and make your life a little easier as well. So we'll start out like so right there. There's no real specific things we have to do for this fight here other than winning the time limits, because we're bringing the characters, and that's all we really have to worry about. The next stage is going to have some really fun, obnoxious quirks that we have to get around if we want to get both challenges done in one run. Alright, you guys, so we got the triple Broly squad here. Hopefully we can take them down relatively easy. Let's get to work here. Start with Vegeta with a perfect vanish here. Into some nice blast darts. He will be our main damage dealer, and hopefully you guys do have access to him. If not, you'll have to figure out another way. That was a bad move on my part. That's what I get for trying to talk. Oh, no. Let's let Krillin take that. That's what he's here for, to soak up damage. And then heal a team a little bit, so that worked out nicely. See if we can stall with Krillin a little bit just so we can get both of the other guys' swap timers down. We'll do this number right here. And we're doing really good work on this Broly here. We just have to win by a minute. Or not a minute, what am I saying? We have to win before there's 50 timer counts left. Ooh, burning the transformation early. I guess that worked out well enough. We're just going to do that for some extra oomph from the Rising Rush here. Pick the red so we can maximize our damage. Really want to take this Broly out as quick as we can. The other Broly's almost dead. Then we only have to worry about the one that has 2 bars of life. This should knock this guy out. It's good to kill him before he can use his ult, because his ult will do a lot of damage. Get out of here. Alright. We're locked in for a little bit here. Ow, that's gonna hurt a little, yeah. Thankfully, we have Krillin. Let's see if we can get Android 13. Take a little bit more damage here before we pop Krillin's heal. Get that sweet, sweet 20% back. Vegeta will appreciate that. Alright, soak up a hit. Good enough. Good enough. Alright, a little bit of the damage buffs there. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's not good. He played us like a damn fiddle. Well, clearly we're gonna have to Rising Rush this Broly here. Gotta break him first, then Rising Rush. Nice if the other Broly would come out first so we can guarantee this Rising Rush. That's fine. All the damage that he takes will just make the Rising Rush that much stronger. Yes, that much stronger, just like Broly's main ability there. Now, my main fear here is that he's going to sub in this other low health Broly. But we have to do this because we don't have much time left. Again, we'll go for max damage here. It won't be as max as Gogeta's damage, though, unfortunately. Million.
Get ready.
15 seconds left on the clock. Boom. All right. Even though we lost Vegeta a little bit earlier than ideal, we were still able to power through that with, what, like 7 seconds left on the clock there. So because it starts at 200, we would have still gotten that in 150 seconds. And we had our 3 ranged characters on deck, you guys. Again, if you don't have Vegeta, you're going to have to find another blue ranged character. Maybe the Pod Frieza would be a good option because he will also boost your team on blue very well. So hopefully Pod Frieza will be able to get you through it. Or perhaps one of the other boost characters in here. And again, you might just have to make 2 runs. One with the boost characters you have available, and then one with 3 ranged characters. So in that second run, you won't have to do it within 150 seconds, so you can take your time a little bit more. That might be something you have to do there. So let's jump into the next fight here, you guys. We'll be doing the yellow one second, and then since there's 6 of them, we can do 2, 2, 2 in 3 separate videos here. We're already pushing our time here a little bit. So for this one, even though it says Gogeta and Kid Buu and this Broly are your options here, there is a snag with this one. You do have to use 7 green cards in the battle and clear within 150 counts. Now, using 7 green cards with just Kid Buu is possible because he draws one every time he enters battle up to 3 times, and then you're going to have to get the other 4 naturally from gameplay. However, that was taking a little bit too long for me to do within the 150 time counts, all for 1 run. So what I did was I swapped Whis on the team. Very similar to the blue Krillin from the last run, Whis is not a boost character, but he's here to heal, soak up damage, and provide the extra green cards for us to get 7 green cards in 150 timer counts and clear everything in 1 run. Now, we're not using Gogeta or the red Android 13. Super 13 is a boost character on this stage, so I'm not running him only because the Fury Broly is something that everybody has. So you might not have the Kid Buu. You may have to run the Android 13, the Fury Broly, and the Whis to get all of your green cards and do everything all in 1 run. And it still should be doable, you guys. Kid Buu does help, but with the Android 13, the Fury Broly, and Whis, it's definitely doable as well. So we're just going to jump in here and try and get this one done as well as quickly as we can. We'll wrap up this video, and then I'll get started on the next stages. Because Whis isn't buffing any God Key units, he doesn't need to start first. We'll save him, just sub him in front of a blue card, heal the team, and he'll just be passively adding extra green cards to our deck. Alright, you guys, the battle versus the Bojack squad is going on. This one's actually a little bit more tricky than the last one, honestly, but it's really just because we gotta use all these green cards. Again, Whis does make that quite easy. I don't know about that, Zanya, but it's okay because Kid Buu can heal out of quite a bit of damage with his healing passive. So that's 1 down. And we'll get some healing in here. He does phenomenal damage. Whoop. Might be able to clear Zanya out right here almost. Yeah, we will. Unless she swaps. Nope, Zanya down already. Alright, when she dies, we can't swap, so we're kind of stuck here with Kid Buu for a second. Ouch, that's going to hurt. Alright, here's number 2. Number 3. Alright, we'll let Whis take some of these hits right here, just like what he's intended for. Just gonna stall for a little bit to get Kid Buu's timer down. That's what he was waiting for right there. He was waiting him with that blue card. Son of a bee. Alright. Don't swap to the other Bojack. Do not swap to the other Bojack. I'm gonna try and take him out right here. What is that, 4 or 5? I don't even know. I lost count. We'll go for as much damage as we can possibly get. Him not swapping the other Bojack in is also helping us out because he wasted that Bojack's little heal that he gets after 30 timer counts. That worked out very nicely there. We're down to the last character. We just need to make sure we use a few more green cards. Let's swap Whis in here. Use a green. Use a green. Oh yeah. You guys, we are definitely going to have 7 green cards used. His man will summon another one. Let's swap. We just use like 3 or 4 just right there alone. Oh, I was hoping we could get a perfect vanish off that. Oh, he's paralyzed. We'll use a green. Alright. He's paralyzed to hell because of Kid Buu. Oh man. Alright, Bojack, how you like that? Let's see if we can get him oh, no, that's fine. That does a lot of damage. The only reason I summoned that is so I could get some more ki. We've definitely used all the green cards we need. So we'll try and use this ult now to break this bar, then we can just maybe use some more green cards and Rising Rush him and finish this out well before the time limit is over. Kid Buu's so many buffs right now. No, we'll let Whis eat that. Yeah, definitely let Whis eat that. Getting a little bit more damage, then we'll swap Kid Buu in, and the Rising Rush mixed with a green card or 2 should be enough to finish the Bojack out. Oh, he's fainted? Oh yeah. That should be it, you guys. The feint went off right there. We should be good here. And we did well over 7 green cards, thanks to Whis and Kid Buu's green card extravagant passives they have going on. We had the success there, you guys, so that should be a curtain call for Bojack here. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to live through that one. Not with a little bit of buff damage going on there. Only 2-star Kid Buu, so, you know, I do have him, but he's not overly powerful here, you guys. Again, some great Chrono Crystals you can get from this. There's 1,000 you can get from this, or was it 1,200 even, maybe? Depends. There's 6 stages. I just don't know if the last stage gives 200 as well. So that's a good bit of Chrono Crystals there, 1,000 to 1,200. You can get the 1,000 from stage 50 of the Kid Buu event. There's some from the Nappa event, but not as many as you might think. We got the challenge done there within 150 counts, and definitely used 7 green cards in that fight, you guys. Those are the only 2 we're going to do for this video, because I don't want the video to be too long, because people do get bored and their attentions tend to wander. So I do hope you enjoyed it, you guys. We have 2 of the challenge rushes done. We covered most all the news about Nappa and what you need to know with that. And that's pretty much it. Do not buy those things in the shop, you guys. We send a message with our wallets saying that they need to lower the price or make those things more accessible, and maybe give some to free-to-play players a way to get some, and then you can buy extra ones if you want those too, kind of like what they've done with equipment expansions and the team slot expansions, stuff like that. Make there more than one option, but do send a message with your wallets, you guys. They're not evil for having done this, but, you know, if people pay for it, that'll send the message that it was a good idea, and they'll repeat it. So if we want a free-to-play way to get them, or if we want them to be a little bit more affordable, the best way we can send that message is to not purchase them. So outside of that, you guys, that's pretty much all we had to cover for this video. I'm going to try and be more active and get the Challenge Rush videos done on a daily basis here, maybe even 2 today if I can get them done quickly enough. I'm going to go charge my phone up And I do hope you enjoyed the video, you guys. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. If you did like the video, consider leaving the thumbs up on it. Help spread it out on YouTube. And I will definitely be seeing you guys again very soon for another Dragon Ball Legends video. Peace out, and have a great afternoon. I'll be talking to you again soon, you guys.